Wheel of Time fans, welcome back to Tori Talks with Dr. S. I am Tori. This is Dr. S. Today we get to talk about Season 3, Episode 4 of Wheel of Time. It's called The Road to the Spear, and this was a very mind-blowing episode. I would say this was a very big turning point for me as a fan of Wheel of Time. Because
I agree.
I'm blown away. Well, first of all, it was a beautifully presented episode. Everything was well done. It was just like anybody could watch this and be like, wow, that was a really great episode.
Yes, I think so too. It was very cinematic.
Yeah.
To me, it was like watching a movie from start to finish. Well, maybe not completely forward moving.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a same to me. It was kind of like, I don't know, I have this like metaphor that I'm working out in my head of like what this episode did for me for Wheel of Time. Like, you know, I kind of have like food metaphors for like the type of TV that I watch, like the type that I just like love to eat, but it's so bad for you, like potato chips and like fatty foods is like my teen shows. You know, like 90210. Guilty pleasures, you know. And then there's like shows that are like quality shows that I'm like, I'm eating it, it's good for me, like a salad, like a good salad. Like I enjoy it, but mostly because I know it's good for me, you know, and like shows like Wheel of Time are like, I watch because other people watch it and I connect with other people. Lots of fun, get some pleasure out of that. Like it's this community that we formed. Yes, but this episode crossed over into the like type of food that's both I love, enjoy, and is healthy. And all of it. It's like sushi for me.
Yeah.
Like sushi to me is like decadent. I enjoy it. It's expensive. And it's like rare that I get to eat it. But like it's just good, healthy, all around. Like Wheel of Time became sushi.
Nice.
For me. I don't know if that makes sense to you guys. But I watched it and I was just like, holy crap.
Yeah.
It was like, I don't think I said a word. Usually I'm like talking. There's like some scene where I'm just like reacting to. I was just speechless.
I had the exact same feeling and affect watching it. I was more just watching it, like, I was so engrossed in it, I couldn't think of anything else. When it was done, I kind of went, and I remember, like, I clapped. Yeah. So I was like, I just watched a masterpiece.
Right. Yeah. It's no secret that we didn't choose to watch this show. Like we've said from the beginning, it was the brothers, and even down to the very last, the day of that we were going to start watching it, we were like, should we even do it? And, you know, and what has become of it, like the community that we've gotten to be like welcomed into has made it all like worth it. Yeah. But like, let's say all that magically was gone. Like we never, you know, got this with you guys. I don't know if I would have kept watching it because fantasy is not my first choice genre.
Me neither.
At all. And even like how it has developed, like there's been other shows like in the whole like horror, sci-fi, fantasy genre that later on after watching it, they have become my favorite shows ever, like Battlestar Galactica, like Buffy the Vampire Slayer. This is like, this episode like entered that realm for me.
It solidified my commitment to Wheel of Time. Yeah. Not that I was ever
like I'd still watch it.
It's like, okay, I'm in it for the long haul. If there's 15 seasons, like, I'm in.
And I also like, well, so prior to watching this, I went back and watched episodes 1 through 3. I almost want to go back and watch everything. Like, we just did a rewatch. I would go and just, for fun, just go rewatch and see, like, how everything connects to this episode.
Yeah.
Because it will. Like, you already know, like, all these things. Like, yeah. Like, I'm getting, like,
everything.
Goosebumps just, like, thinking about, like, all these things that were, like, activated. You know, like the memories of all the episodes that led up to it in watching this.
Things started to click. Things became clear. Not completely, but like, you know, I was so confused by the first 3 episodes of this season. I'm just like, this is too much. Like, it's actually too much to like keep track of. And then this one, I was like, I settled. And I was like, okay, I'm looking forward to everything.
And like,
even if I'm confused.
Similar to like, I mean, not to jump to the end, but like when Rand is like, I'm to the point where I understand I'll never understand everything. Okay,
exactly.
There you go. That's
like,
where
I don't even care if I get confused.
I don't need to know it all. I'm just here for the ride and like the rewarding like feeling of like connecting a dot, even though I'm not gonna get like a cohesive like, okay, now I get it.
I will go as far as to say this is my favorite episode of all of Wheel of Time.
For sure.
Because of the impact. It felt very emotional. And it might sound so horrible, but I finally understand the significance of Rand.
Yes.
I mean, just as I felt like he was he's the star of the show, of the books, but I didn't feel it. I didn't get that from anything I've seen so far. And I have to say, Yosha Stradowski was brilliant.
Yes.
To do, I mean, he had so much work to do, but like the way he kept me in it, and I was, I don't know, I feel like I'm changed by this episode.
Oh my gosh, totally. Like, amazing.
We haven't even talked about it yet.
If they don't get like some awards for like costumes, acting, cinematography, writing, like, it was amazing.
The way it was filmed, everything. It was
beautiful.
Just from beginning to end.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm in. Not that I wasn't. Like, we're in with you guys, but now we're like, just.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It was art. Like.
It was so
beautiful.
Beautiful. Yeah. Okay, well, I guess we should probably talk about it now and what happened. So we are on the way to Ruidian, however you want to say it. So it started with Rand and Lan, practicing again. And I was like, oh, this again, which I'm okay with, right? We love to see them.
You can show that night and day to me and I will watch it. But some little things that I noticed this time is I love their relationship. Well, one, I did not know that Rand was such a master meditator. He can just like focus on one thing. That is really hard.
The flame in the void?
Yeah.
I got to use this in my everyday practice. Like, that is an amazing concept.
Which you wouldn't think someone like Rand would have. He's just, this kid from the Two Rivers. Yeah.
And his dad taught him that?
Even Lan was like, oh, that's like really good.
That's amazing.
Yeah. And then I love how Lan talks to him too, because I feel like he's most influential because he doesn't try to tell him what to do. He just asks Rand questions and lets him talk. Like, kind of like a therapist.
Therapy.
Right? I was like, good job, Lan.
It was so neat to see Rand reminiscing about growing up in the Two Rivers and just like, we were kind of simple people or whatever. And just to see how far he has come, right? And then he also says he will never be one of the Aiel. Like, he's just it's like you can take the boy out of the Two Rivers, but you can't take the Two Rivers out of the boy.
And and then to know now what's going to happen, like, that's, the Two Rivers is such a little, it's so like, 98% of his identity right now.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
It's like, then it becomes like 0.98.
Right, yeah. Yeah. But the moments that they have together, the talking, and I see Rand so differently now, even just from this moment, because he just seems so, he's just grown up. I don't know. He's just, he's evolved.
Yes.
Okay, then we have Moiraine and Bear. They're teaching Moiraine and Egwene about the Aiel culture and the Gashan, because Egwene said something about, those servants, and they said, no, they're actually those who have been touched, that are touched. Like, they're really special people, right?
Right, so like Egwene thought they were more like lower in status, I guess, but I guess what I got out of that is that's not the case. I didn't quite understand.
Yeah, well, it seems like they seem very equal, right? Like, I don't know, but... Anyway, and then it turns out that just wise ones just know things, okay? They just know a lot of things. And, like, they didn't see Egwene in their vision of them coming here. And then they talk about, like, everything is depending on this and what happens with Rand and Ruidian, right?
And it was mentioned, like, to Moiraine that she goes in. Because I didn't know she was going to go in.
I didn't know
right?
she was going to go in.
Moiraine didn't even know. I don't think Moiraine knew she was going to go in.
Right, but they're like, we saw you.
Yeah, but that was, well, like, was it actually an accident that they mentioned that to her? Or like, now I'm like, because now we know that they both are wise ones, so they went through the whole thing. So they saw her go in. But Moiraine didn't know she was going to go in, but then she asked to go in. So I was like, was that like, I don't know, my brain hurts.
I know.
Like, what comes first, Like, they're saying, oh, you've already said too much. But I feel like that was like a fake.
Yeah.
Right?
A fake out.
Yeah. Like, were they supposed to say it or not supposed to say it? Like, one's like, no, don't say it. But
maybe they're just like, you need to see it for yourself.
Yeah. Like she has to go in, so how are they going to get her to go in? But
when they started saying stuff about, like, if Rand survives Ruidian, some of the Aiel will survive, and, like, it was just like, oh, wow, a lot's been writing on this moment. I didn't realize
that's the whole remnant of a remnant thing, right? So then, like, the more people say it in different ways, the more I get it. So, like, if he survives, but a lot of the Aiel are going to die, and then, like, some of them are going to remain the remnant of the remnant, because it's already a remnant, because some are already dead.
Whoops. Yep. Yep.
Okay.
You got it. Okay. Well, okay, guys. Aiels don't touch swords, okay? So
Yes.
sorry, like just don't do it.
Yeah.
All right.
But why?
Avienda. But why exactly? So what did you think about Avienda and Lan and their little sparring
Amazing.
session?
So it's very like, I don't know, it's borderline flirtatious.
I got that.
There was
I felt
like
that.
a little, I like that they were like smiling, you know, like clearly no one was going to actually hurt anybody.
Yeah.
Right? It was just for fun, but dang, they get close.
Yeah.
Like when I would see the spear go right in front of Lan's eyes, I'd be like, okay, guys, take it easy.
I feel like that's such an honor on both sides, like to want to like to go against Lan, like what an honor, and then vice versa. Like they're very much like equals.
Yeah.
You know, it was like an equal playing field.
It's so interesting because the spear, like not bringing the sword is like their culture. So he's kind of being disrespectful of the culture. So I was like, hey, Lan, back off. This is like their space. But then it was play fighting sort of too. So I was kind of unsure like how to take the whole thing.
Don't
like,
take it so seriously.
yeah, I was like, okay, but they're smiling, so maybe it's okay. But
It's
at
more
first,
fun.
yeah, I was like, okay, they're smiling, it's okay.
I'm glad she got to have her fun because it was very quickly taken away from her, and they're like, okay, give up your spear. It's time to. I was like, wait, what? You have to go through the wise one
I know.
trial?
I felt so bad for her. So
I didn't even know. I mean, we didn't know,
how
right? That
would
she was
we?
called.
No, we didn't know.
They
So
kind of rushed that, right? They're kind of like, okay, like
Yeah.
I'm just saying that there was no episode where they talked
no,
about
we
this,
did
right?
not know
yeah,
this. Yeah.
okay.
So I think like in how the episode plays out is that we learned that she knew she was supposed to be a wise one, like way back. So then she left to find the Karn. She's been gone all this time looking for him. But was she just kind of like buying time so that she wouldn't have to go
Like, she wants to
because she
have some
doesn't
fun.
she just wants to be a maiden of the spear. I don't think which I feel like is probably like a less heavy job role in society. It's not a bad role, but it's more like you get to go play maiden spear and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And like, you know, fight, do the dance.
Do the dance.
She doesn't want to go, and because I feel like after that, like, I mean, to become like Bear and Moiraine, that it's
Yeah.
heavy. It's a heavy life.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I don't really blame her.
is that why
but-
she was all like mad when? Remember when she was in the prior episode, like, who did you tell that we were coming?
Yeah,
she
that's what I was
like,
thinking
"Dang
too.
it."
I also went back to that. I was like, oh, that's why you were so.
She was like, I don't want them to know I'm
Frustrated.
here because now I'm gonna have to go through the thing.
the rings. Yeah. The rings of Ruidian. Okay. There is a certain moment with Moiraine and Rand, and they're just hashing it out, kind of. And she says that she's devoted her life to seeing Rand fulfill his destiny. Like, I knew that already.
Yeah,
We
yes.
all knew that. Rand is, not that he doesn't know that, but I felt like this is, what did you get out of this? Like, why did they have to establish that? Like,
I didn't quite know either because isn't that what she has been saying from the
Yeah.
very get-go?
was this just like they needed this conversation before they went in and experienced what they experienced?
I think it was to establish that Rand doesn't trust Moiraine. And then I like how he was like, say it to me plainly. So like, I know it's true because she will try to twist the words and she just flat out couldn't do it.
Yeah.
She's just like, I won't tell you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I won't watch them like, I won't watch you just like do something that will kill you, like allow you to die. So maybe, I don't know. I was a little like not sure either, but maybe it is because, you know, they go like, they don't have a good relationship as they're walking in.
Doesn't look great.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we get to meet some leaders of the Shido, another Aiel gang.
They're the ones who like had killed all the Tuatha
Yeah.
so we're like, I was scared. I was like, is there going to be like
The Rumble.
some fight here? Because I'm not for that.
I didn't sense it, but
No.
yes.
Okay.
So there is a new character for us, Savannah.
She looked amazing.
She was awesome.
Can we see more of her?
Yeah.
Because
I mean,
wow.
the very little I got of her. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Kaladin?
The son.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, he was.
And
Or
she has
the-
a husband who's in there.
So the husband. No,
in-
wait.
no,
Oh
there
yeah,
was a
the new
husband.
husband's
Other husband
son.
died.
It's the new husband's son who's in there, right?
Oh, the new husband's son.
Yeah, and then if that one doesn't make it, the other one who's being all annoying is going to go in.
Yeah.
And they're like, you haven't asked, so you don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, gotta ask.
He was very abrasive with Rand. Like, I
Yeah.
was like, what's your deal?
Yeah.
Why are you
Wetlander, because
Yeah,
they brought a Wetlander
exactly.
in. Yeah,
Yep.
no.
How dare you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rand's like, my mom's Aiel.
Yeah, so take that. Or is she?
Yeah.
Anyway, then there is conversation about the people of the dragon, which, because we see that, oh man, what's his name? Rurak.
Yes. with
He's
the-
got
oh.
the dragon tattoo on the left forearm, but he's saying the Karn will have one on each, right? So it's very significant.
Yes. Yes.
Anyway, forget all this business. Basically, Rand's just like, okay, you guys, I asked for leave to enter Ruidian.
Yes.
Yeah, there's like, and of course they have to answer, well,
Yes,
of
yes.
course, but they do answer yes.
I love that whole
emphatic
thing.
yes.
Yeah, it was very dramatic when,
Yeah.
I know.
But then Moiraine asks.
Yeah.
And they're like, yep.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
guys
so
can-
Rand knew how to do it because Avienda did it, right?
Yeah.
So then he was like, oh, I know, I got this.
Yeah.
This is what I do. Boom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It came naturally to him. Yeah. So then they explain to Moiraine that she will find 3 rings, step through any of them, and she'll see the future again and again.
Like 1,000
turns of the wheel.
1,000 times
1,000 and 1,000.
A million. Is that a million? Yeah, because you count the zeros, right? So that's, no, don't forget it.
Don't.
It's a lot.
No, we're not a math channel. Okay. Okay, so I think we really should just get into
Yes.
walking through.
Yes.
We're in Ruidian. So we have Rand in the famous glass columns.
Yes.
And he will walk the footsteps of his blood ancestors. Each step forward, a step backward through time, sometimes dozens or even hundreds of years.
Yes.
Okay. But he has to leave his weapons behind. Well, they
Yes.
both do, right? Because
Moiraine has so many weapons.
I was like, oh, I didn't
Just
know
like
you were so
every
prepared.
pocket, she can
Yeah.
have a weapon. And they say, like, to honor the last true Aiel. Interesting.
So he is of the past and she is of the future. Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Oh, God.
Okay.
I got chills.
Okay, well, so they're walking through there in this foggy land, foggy forest, and she says that she sees threads of the one power in the fog, and then like, isn't that cool how it just stopped?
Yeah, it was
But
so...
like the fog kept moving. It was interesting.
And she says dry fog.
Dry fog.
Dry fog, because it's dry. Like, you know, they don't have moisture.
Very dry.
So what
Their
what
lips
is-
are always chapped.
Oh, yeah. That's the signifier that you're in a dry space. It's a beautiful skin otherwise.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
oh my gosh,
All of
glowing,
them.
dewy skin. Rand, I was like, wow, your lips are real crusty, but your face is so dewy.
But I'll forgive it because your face is
yeah.
perfect.
Yes.
Okay, they come up to the Tree of Life, which is almost 3,000 years old. And we got a really great backstory, which was
Yes.
like, what? For me. So Moiraine, she used to have one just like it where she grew up, right? The Aiel, they gave a sapling of it to Kyrian 100 years ago, a repayment of some debt that was even older than that, okay? I have to go to my notes here. I don't want to screw this up. It was pivotal, right?
Yeah.
So her uncle Laman cut it down to build his throne. He wants a throne like no other throne. And that's why the whole Aiel War began.
That's crazy.
He broke the oath to protect the tree and then the piece that went along with it, right? So all because of that was the beginning and the reason for the Aiel War.
And so the Aiel go after him to like hunt him down to kill him, like just like a revenge thing.
Yes.
Right? But that's the war.
Yes.
That's crazy.
And they find him on Dragon Mount, which I actually knew where that was.
Yeah.
And that's why Rand's mom was there and gave birth to him. And then he said that's why he fulfilled the prophecy of the dragon reborn, because her uncle cut down the tree, the damn tree, not the damn tree, it's a beautiful, peaceful tree. But so they've been connected since before he was
That's
born.
when I was like,
What?
And but the way Rand says it was so like matter of fact.
Yeah.
Like he wasn't mind blown like we are. It was almost like when he discovered it, he knew it.
Light bulb.
It's like it made sense.
Yeah. He's like, I see.
Yeah. It still doesn't make sense. It does. But it's like, whoa, because like when Moiraine went to find the dragon, she didn't know all that stuff, right?
Yeah.
She didn't know who the dragon was.
Right.
Right.
Yes. Okay, yeah.
Or I wonder if in the books she did know, because wasn't it never a mystery? It was only a mystery to us as TV viewers. Because I have a lot of questions in my mind about what Moiraine knows.
What does Moiraine know?
Yeah.
All right.
Like when she approaches this tree, it has a name.
I know. I have it in my notes.
Avendor. Like it sounded like Avienda, but it wasn't.
I thought it did too. Wait,
like she didn't. Like did she know the tree was there?
Avienda Sora. Okay, sorry.
Sora.
Did she? Yeah, did she?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay. I feel like she knows more, right, than she says. But anyways, we'll keep going.
Well, yes. Okay, so we're about to watch Rand walk, and he sees that Ruidian guy who's seemingly stuck.
He's stuck. He hasn't gotten that far.
He doesn't look good. He doesn't look good at all.
No.
And then the magic happens. So he's walking, and there's this amazing flickering effect, and it's so well done. And he starts off as Janduin, and this is Rand's biological father, and he's fighting on Dragonmount, and then they say, here is Tigraine, his mother, on the slopes, and he's like telling her, like, we won, and she's dead, right?
Yeah. So his dad is the one that killed Layman.
Yes, after killing Uncle Layman.
Yeah.
And yes.
Yes.
But
so then they show his dead wife and the baby's gone.
Yes. What I realized from something very small, I think Bear said earlier, that he is his biological father. So his father is an Aiel, but his mom is not. His mother is not. Is this correct?
No, I think they're both Aiel. So they're like of the blood, but not raised by the blood. So
didn't Bear say something earlier, like not his mother, though?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe. I don't know.
No.
I'm not sure. I don't remember.
This is where you come in.
Yeah. I thought, I remember just hearing them say a couple times, like, of the blood, but not raised by the blood. So I thought.
Heard that too.
I thought they were both.
Okay.
Biological, like Aiel, but then because he's not raised by the Aiel.
He's not like.
Not of the blood. Like, I think, yeah. Not raised by the blood because he was raised by, like.
Because then I went on a whole, like, tangent about, like, well, then who is she?
Yeah.
What, you know, like, what's her deal if it's not Aiel?
Yeah.
But okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't remember hearing that, but I miss a lot.
I mean, she sure looked like Aiel.
Yeah, she does.
Where did I get that? I don't know.
Okay.
Thought I heard something. Okay, so then that's the first. The first ancestor?
Which I'm still, like, that's crazy because, okay, so, like, just really quick.
Oh, yeah.
He's going to go on a few of these, but what I think is that he went on a lot of these, right? But we only see some of them. Like these.
Oh, really?
I think.
Oh, because they're there for a week.
Yeah, like right?
Well, but he was done. They've been, okay, go on.
Yeah, so, they were gone for 7 days. But yeah, I'm thinking like, well, I did ask Mr. Dr. S, and he said there was like at least one more in the books that we didn't see. But he says that there's maybe a good reason why, because it would have been very complicated. Like, these aren't complicated. But I don't know if, like theoretically, if there are actually more, you know, that, like...
They're just showing these, like,
okay. I don't know, like, or even in the books, maybe. I don't know. Like imagine, like, the Moiraine doing the 1,000 times 1,000. They obviously can't show or even write 1,000 times 1,000. So just showing us, like, an excerpt. So that's kind of a question I have. Like, are we to assume that these are just, like, different, like, turnings of the wheel, I guess? Because there's a lot of them, right? It's happened a lot of times that we're just seeing, like, a few of them.
Right. Yeah. Good question.
Yeah. Because, I mean, what we do see is traumatic enough, but imagine, like...
More?
Yeah.
I can't. All right, well, let's move on to the next one that we see is Mandian, and he is summoned with other Aiel chiefs by a very, like, much older Latra Sedai to Ruidian to walk the columns for the first time to learn the truth of why they're called Oathbreakers by the Aes Sedai. That's what they call them, right? So
she's the one who started this whole Ruidian ritual thingy where, like, the clan chiefs have
she has the Saccharnin... Sucker.
Yes, the ball, the orb. Saccharin? Saccharin? Sarkanon? I have Sarkanon in my notes. What do you have?
Saccharnin.
Okay.
Saccharnin.
Okay, let's do that. Oh, the orb. Well, this is the thing that Lanfear is looking for, right? This is the, like the Kalendor is the sword that is for the men.
The male part.
The most powerful.
But it's somewhere they can't get.
Sangria. The most powerful sangria out there. The Kalendor is a sword. That's for the men, and that's the one is, like, kind of inspired by, like, the sword in the stone.
Yeah.
And then this orb thing, which is the Sarkanon, it's the equivalent for the women. Right?
Yes.
And Lanfear had just mentioned that in the previous episode.
Sure did.
That she wants to find it so that she can use it to defeat the Dark One, so she can break her oaths, right? Like, I didn't really understand what she meant by that. I still don't.
Sure.
But she's doing that to, like, say, oh, she's going to work with Rand to, like, defeat the Dark One. So, I don't know. I don't really understand. But now we're getting the backstory on that thing.
Yes.
My head hurts.
Oh, Lord.
Okay.
Next is,
yes,
again, the flickering is amazing. And then the screaming in and screaming out.
Yes.
Anyway, okay. It's just so well done. Luwin. Lewin and his friends Charlin and Elijah. Ugh, did that not remind you of Perrin and Matt?
Yes.
Okay, so they live amongst the caravans,
Yep.
and they're caring for a chora tree. And then there is a bandit attack where we find out that Lewin's sister is taken, and I guess the other one, Charlin? Matt, the Matt of that time. And anyway, so this is where it's the first Aiel to go against the way of the leaf and kill. So this is why this is a really big deal, because this changes everything, right?
Yeah, so if these are Aiel, but we know them as the
Tuatha or the Tinkers.
So basically what I understand is that the original Aiel was actually the Tuatha. But because these are going progressively further back in time. Right? So now we're at this stage where like we're seeing the original Aiel who were the Tuatha, because when we first came to Wheel of Time, they were totally different people.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But now we're learning, actually they were the same. They were the people. Is that what you got?
They were the people.
They were only Tuatha. There were no Aiel as we know them, like Avienda. The first Aiel we met was Avienda.
Right.
Avienda type Aiel did not exist yet.
Oh, you're saying the Aiel wasn't even Aiel yet.
They were Aiel.
Oh.
They were always called Aiel, but they didn't used to be like Avienda. They used to be like Tuatha.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes.
Yeah. So
that's what I got from this as well.
Okay,
yes.
Good. I just make sure.
Oh, thank God. Okay. Well, we do learn why they look down on swords and why they have the veil over their face or whatever. Like we get a lot from this moment, because then he's like shamed by his grandfather and his mother.
Yeah. Well, we don't know why. We just know that they are. Right? We don't know. We don't learn why they look down on swords, right? We just know they are against.
Because it killed. He used one to kill.
Yes, but we don't know why.
Why?
Right? Yeah,
right.
Yeah. Okay, like the big why.
Like where this came from. Yes, exactly. Yeah.
We just know that they are against any killing, right? Yes. Yes. And he doesn't take the sword because that can only be used for killing. The spears you can take because you can also kill food, like
you can
fishies.
Exactly.
No fishies, probably it's not a lot of water, I guess.
Oh.
Or is that later?
That's too bad.
And then you can kill food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's sad. It was heartbreaking to watch his mom say,
yeah.
you're not my son, and hide your face.
I know. So that's the origin of the face coverings,
I'm
right?
thinking with the dust veils that they use, which I thought it was just for dust veils, but no, they always are.
Yeah. So originally it's covering for so she won't see his face and associated with the son she used to have, right? And then, so we kind of learn the origin of the face and the spear.
And how they became Oathbreakers.
Yes. This is the actual big deal right here.
Yeah.
Is that before this moment, they were peaceful. And then now there's an offshoot. There's an offshoot of Aiel that are violent. But they're going to be able to protect the peaceful.
Yes.
They're right?
Yeah.
That's what he said. He's they can't fight, but we can. We can use violence to protect them. And then they bring up their faces.
Yes.
Yeah. But I feel this probably in the present day, people that we've known, we don't see them protecting Tuatha. So this was long time ago. This stopped happening. Just they kind of developed into their own.
The Shido are the ones that were the other clan, right? That killed the.
They must have developed even more offshoots, I guess. I don't know if clans.
Yeah, I wonder how many.
Right? Because this showed us the formation of the Aiel who do use spears and violence, but they also, I guess, develop on their own. Because I mean, a lot of years have passed.
A lot, right? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, after this vision of Lewin, Rand still passes the Ruidian guy who's clawing at his own eyes, probably what he sees.
Yeah,
right? He's
he
just
can't
so
take
tortured.
it. He's not going to survive.
No,
he's
I don't think you're doing well, sir.
He's not. He can't handle the truth.
Yeah, he can't handle the truth. And then we see Moiraine go get the saccharin that's hidden in the Avienda.
So that's my thing with Moiraine. She's so sus.
Before she even went to the ring, she's
freaking knew that it was there because she knew this whole story.
Interesting.
She knew it. She went and she got that. Because how did she know it was there?
You're intuitive.
That's why I'm what? I don't know. There's something. I need to process this. I already watched this episode 2 times and trying to figure out. But why would she, before going to the rings where she's supposed to go, sneak on back to that tree, channel to get to the center of it, take that, put it in her pocket, and then go? She had to have known that. And then I remember there's something that is said later about it going to the center of the city in the clouds. It'll be in another one of the stories that Rand goes through. So I think that Moiraine knows that this tree is in the center of the city in the clouds. Because remember when she walks up to it and she goes, the city in the clouds. Like, she's heard of this, and I think she knows that tree is there. Because, why is she telling the whole story about the tree? I don't know. I think Moiraine's sus.
Well, like, the Aes Sedai, they all, like, talk to each other, right? I mean, they, like, this is
the legend that's been passed down. Yeah. And the Aes Sedai are the one who created this whole, like, you must do the whole, go through the things.
Right.
So, So she took it. She didn't tell Rand what she was doing. So Rand's kind of right to not trust her.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, so I don't know. So it's there.
It's a good question.
It's not where nobody's talking about it. Nope. Like, it's just in her pocket.
No big deal. Nothing to see here. So she does actually reach the 3 rings. Avienda suspended in one, screaming in terror.
Remember when we saw the images and we didn't know who was in there? I didn't know that was her.
I suspected because I saw the dread hair.
That's right.
But still,
it's
confirmation, and it looks like horrible. Like she's really seeing some stuff.
Yeah. Her scream.
Holy crap. Yeah, it's so well done too. The slow.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so brilliant. Okay, and then Moiraine does step through and begins to see possible futures, like her being Amerlin's seat with Egwene as the keeper of the Chronicles.
Yes, that was kind of fun to see.
And she kills Rand a lot of killing.
That wasn't fun to see. Yeah.
Yeah, when she breaks the bond with Lan and then has the bond with Rand.
Yeah.
As her warder. I mean,
but then do they kill Rand in that one too? I was kind of watching that one.
There's just this whole camera angle of revolving and round. And
however, they did that whole thing, I guess. Well, Mr. Dr. S said that camera technology has actually been around for like decades.
Has it really?
Yes, but not, I don't know, used. I don't know. The way it's used here, freaking amazing.
Perfect.
It was.
Yeah.
And like, just to think like how epic each little snippet was. Like, all the costumes for this, like, 2-second scene.
Yeah.
I was like, I just wanted to keep
watching.
They
put everything into this episode.
Yes.
It was so good.
It was amazing.
It really paid off.
Yeah.
There's also another instance where she's swearing to herself to Rand. She looks like a tinker in that one. Anyway.
Yes. Yeah.
So it's interesting.
Every single one of those could be, like, slowed. I'm sure you guys have already been doing it. Like, slow down and like just watched and analyzed like bit by bit, like what are they wearing and what does it mean?
Yeah. Okay, so we return to Rand and he still sees, he's in the columns and he sees the blood coming down from that Mirrodin's eyes, and anyway, he's not well. He's not doing well. So we go on to Jonai. He's an Aiel who's dedicated to the Way of the Leaf and the mission given to them by the Aes Sedai. And then this vision, I'm thinking it occurs in the later days of the breaking, or the later on in the breaking of, the breaking.
Okay.
The breaking. Anyway, so they're basically like, he's older, right? This is when he's like older, right? And is he looking for Aiden?
The grandson?
Yes. Who Aiden is from the one before, right? Who was the grandfather.
Oh, I didn't even think any of these were related to I didn't really. I guess
I could have made that up.
No, I could be. Well, I mean, obviously, like, the Rand one is his dad is in the next one, so it's directly related, but I didn't even know.
When the mother disowned him and the grandfather, I thought his name was Aiden.
Oh, his name was Luwin.
No, his name was Rand, but the grandfather's name I thought was Ed.
Oh, I don't know. I did not even catch that.
There's a lot of names.
Yeah, okay.
We have to keep track
of. Like, I know so Jonai's the older, but you're saying Jonai was related to Luwin? Like,
Aiden is oh my god, this is too much. I don't know what I'm saying. Let's move on.
I thought they were just like rebirth, like a new, like in this life he's Jonai, not like he's actually related.
No, the Aiden is the one that is from the one previous. Okay, we're moving on now because this is getting too much. Okay, so anyway, the Aiel are pretty much just feeling defeated and ready to abandon the mission and just move on.
Yeah, which is to take the tree to the city in the clouds. There it is.
They're looking for a place to sing their song of the harvest
Jonai,
again.
who says Aiden's mom will talk about the city in the clouds, and that's where they're headed with this tree.
And the mother was the Dreamwalker. Who dreamt of the threefold land. Okay.
Yes, so they're going to complete this mission while the other people are like, nope, we're moving on.
No problem.
Yeah.
Okay. We're moving on. So then there's another, I don't know, happening. An unnamed person. Do we get the name?
Thank you, because I was looking for names for this. In the second watch, I was like, I'm going to get the name so that I can help in this video.
I don't know if there was a name.
There was no name, but Mr. Dr. S helped me look it up, and his name is Roderick. Roderick. Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, thank you. So he's about to leave, and then
he's the hot one, by the way. We can call him the hot one, because dang.
It's very like futuristic, right? With his garb.
Oh yeah, his like hair is like kind of this cool thing.
It makes sense with this whole like wheel, if you think about it, or like civilization's back. Like,
we're going further back, but it's becoming more modern. So to me, I was thinking that's like prior to the big break.
Is it during the breaking? It's the breaking of the world.
Right? Well, okay. Like,
I don't know the timeline.
So like when they're like, if you go back in time, but it's very modern, then that's before the break.
I see what you're saying.
Right? Because if it looks like rustic, that means it's like already broken.
It's been broken.
Because like as we are like, as we know, 3,000 years ago, it looked like the future.
Right.
And then it broke, and they got to start over. There's no technology. Like, it's all like starting over.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
That's what I think.
Well, isn't that like Atlantis, if that's a real thing, was like, they were a very advanced civilization. Like, even when we went to Rome and they were talking about the Roman...
the aqueducts and how the
like
engineering...
technology we can't even do. So it really does make sense that this happens, you know?
Yeah, totally.
That's
what I think this is. Very, like, if you... Yeah.
It's very similar.
Yeah. So this is... So this rewind is to, like, before. Yeah, because aren't they Lantra
Sedai, she gives him a mission.
Mm-hmm. And she mentions lose. Or wait, no, she mentions what does she say? She says, I don't know.
She said, take this chora tree, this cutting of it, along with the saccharine across the spine of the world.
Yeah.
Like him and the other Aiel, right?
Yeah. And he doesn't really know what it is, really.
He's just like, okay.
But he knows. But they're still true Aiel. Like, they don't fight because, like, he said, like, I trust you. She goes, I trust you because whatever.
I mean, yeah, it seems like it was.
Yeah, so because we already know
understood.
that, like, in the one that we had just seen, that's later. They're the ones they broke it later.
Okay.
So this is prior to any breaking of the oath of nonviolence.
Right.
Yes, okay. And they look good, by the way. And then how cute they're holding hands on the wagon.
Oh, yeah, I found out that person's name is Comran.
Okay, yeah. That's very sweet. They're just riding off with the 10,000 saplings. There were a lot of them.
There were a lot, weren't
there? Yeah, I don't know what happened to them all.
I don't know.
Only 2 left and then 1.
It's a big deal, though. There was another Sedai who didn't like the idea. I remember kind of gave her like, wait, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And then this is where we learn of Moiraine Sedai, who tore open the Dark One's prison and took the name Lanfear.
Yes, okay, so, yeah.
I went, what?
I know. So basically,
How?
Lanfear is like more important than we were really understanding. Like, all we know is her whole deal is that she was in love with Luz Theron.
Right, that's like all we knew, and that she's obsessed with Rand because he's Luz.
We knew.
Right.
We didn't know that she. How did they describe it?
She tore open the Dark One's prison, which you see, and then that's when she adopted the name Lanfear. Because remember, in the next one, we'll see.
She tore it so that he came out of the prison because she did it, right? She let him out.
Yeah,
which we never knew.
She flew too close to the sun.
That was not information that we had.
No. They just like throw it out there, Moiraine Sedai, and then now her name is
Lanfear.
What?
Oh, yeah, okay.
Cool. I was like, no.
Yeah, and you have to read that too, because aren't they saying it in like the old tongue?
Oh
yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa, wait a second. Okay,
still processing. Which will bring us to the next person, Charn. This is Rand's final version as we know it.
Yes.
So he's an Aiel that apparently works alongside Lanfear, Moiraine Sedai. Yeah. But like, does he works in the field with the rest of the Aiel harvesting. So I don't understand, was he just taking a break and he went to go talk to her? Is that his boss? Like, how are they so friendly? She's very nice.
The like relationship between the people up there.
Yeah.
And the people down there. Like, he's one of them.
There's no caste system.
Because this is upon the rewatch, me trying to understand, but she's basically telling him, like, so we're here at this particular location because the link or like the tear in the fabric between this reality and like where the Dark One is trapped or whatever is thin.
Yes.
Like I can bust through easier.
Yeah.
Right? And she's like, there's this power, it'll be amazing. That for men and women, I think she says, could use it, and like you guys wouldn't have to like do all that manual labor. And he's like, but I like it. Yeah, I like it. It's like, you know, and that's Two Rivers Rand right there, right?
Yeah.
And then she's like, I don't know. It kind of seemed like, okay, she was like, okay, all right, well, go do your business then. And then a second later, she just does it.
Yeah. So they're down there and they're like, you know, sing their song of the harvest, right? Like, and then it's like the floating spherical building is just destroyed, and then. It's like cracking in the sky, and
the whole reality falls apart, right? Like that the
was
world
her breaking the Dark One.
Yeah, free.
Yeah.
So that
breaking him out.
That's like prior to like the breaking, right?
Of the world.
Yeah, because we still.
Is that the breaking of the world?
I don't know.
Is that the breaking?
That's what I don't understand, because I feel like no, because weren't they already. Like the Dark One was already out when the breaking happened. So I feel like this predates the breaking. Because in one of these scenarios that we saw, is she the one who says like something about like, oh, not just Luz and like the Aes Sedai can use it, like everyone can use it. Is she the one who says this? I don't know. I feel like I have to rewatch it again.
Maybe, and I'm okay with that. Yeah. Because I love that episode.
Yeah, so I'm not sure, but in the timeline, so first of all, it's a beautiful timeline, but the timeline goes like this way and that way, right? So like Moiraine's going this way, Rand's going that way, and we know like a certain timeline, but I think this whole thing with Maren Sedai / Lanfear predates the breaking, the 3,000 years ago breaking, so it's before 3,000 years ago. Because wasn't the Dark One involved in the breaking?
I thought that's what their involvement was that the Dark One came out. This isn't the breaking. Okay. No, I know what you're saying.
But Lanfear falls in love with Luz. She wasn't even Lanfear yet.
Right.
She is renamed Lanfear after this thing that she did. So then it's in some other, because isn't, wait, okay. But, so this is kind of confusing to me, because all of these, like, incarnations of Rand are actually Rand, like in makeup.
Yeah.
But Luz Theron, who was the dragon, and now Rand is the dragon
I know.
is not Rand.
I thought the same thing.
So
that we wouldn't see him as Luz Theron.
Right? Yeah. So is Luz Theron not the was Rand not always the dragon? Like, he's the dragon reborn, but I don't know if Luz and like Rand are the same, like relived. I don't know.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
That part's a messy.
No, but I know what you're saying. That would predate the breaking of the wheel.
So like if we were to put this on a linear timeline, that Lanfear thing, Maren Sedai thing is before.
I see, yeah.
And then Luz comes around later and Lanfear falls in love with him.
This is fascinating.
Yeah,
that's right.
I don't know when. I don't know where it plots. But I swear someone mentioned Luz. Yes, someone mentioned Luz, which that means
that sounds familiar.
That means that one of Rand's formers coexisted with Luz, and I think it was in the one that was right before this.
Oh my gosh, it's crazy.
Because I swear they said like that only not just Luz and the Aes Sedai shouldn't be able to use the power, or something like that. Because I remember hearing that name. I don't know.
Oh, it's a lot, but it's so good. Yeah. Okay, it's juicy. Okay, so the trial is completed. Rand collapses, and he has 2 dragon tattoos.
Oh, that was so cool when
I mean, we knew it.
Yeah.
But it's like
just see
official.
It. Yeah.
And he finds Avienda.
Yeah.
And while she's a little jarred by it, she's also like, okay, Wetlander? Like, she's still like...
I love that.
I'll see you later.
I'm kind of glad because they are totally transformed, right, by this experience. But I like how that nugget of her personality remains. Because I wouldn't want her to change completely.
Absolutely.
Like, that dynamic between them, I hope it stays.
I know.
But they're going to be so different now because now she's a wise one.
Oh.
Like, what's she going to wear? I can't even imagine her not having the spears coming out of her back. But I hope she's still like sassy and fun.
She has to. I mean, I think this is proof that she's still going to keep that part of her personality. Okay, well, he's going to wait under the tree of life for Moiraine. Mm-hmm. Moiraine is going through it again. hearing the screaming, screeching, and the
Yes.
slow-mo upside down her face. It's
Yes.
so well done. And so we see terrifying things happening to her. She's just always getting killed by land fear. And one in particular stood out about all of our gothic main characters.
Oh my god, they looked amazing.
Our Two Rivers people, Elaine.
Those costumes, shoot, man.
We got everyone in there.
They look so good.
They look so good. And she, like, we have Moiraine with really short hair, like, looking like haggard.
Yeah.
And but it's just like, after that, because that was, like, amazing. Again, it's that cool, however, camera thing that they're doing, that trick. And then, but it's just a whole bunch of Lanford stabbing her in the desert.
Like, the neck, like, slicing her up, and, like, blood spurting, and, like, the red is so vibrant of the blood.
It's so good.
It's so good.
Even like the sounds they have, I don't even know if it's music. Yeah, it's music playing, but everything is
like the speed of like the way her body falls to its death. It's like so dramatic.
It's so good.
Yes.
It was
and then there's like the scene where she and Rand are like getting it on. I was like, what is happening?
They're getting it on, and then all of a sudden it's her in Lanfear, and she's trying to like choke her out. But yeah, that's interesting. Let's just throw Rand in the mix.
Yeah.
Why not?
It was.
I always thought they had chemistry. I don't know if it's just the actors, Rosamund Pike and Yosha Stradowski, but I was like, well, they have a lot of chemistry.
Yeah.
I don't know if Moiraine and him are supposed to. No.
In one turning of the wheel, I guess.
I guess
it
they
does.
do. I guess they do. Anyway, it's a lot, but you wouldn't think like people would be so fascinated by like someone getting stabbed and killed many times. But the way they presented it again is what made it so like compelling. Entertaining in some way.
I think like what that whole spinning thing did was because obviously you can't show us 1,000 times 1,000. So just to like show like
over and over.
to show her body floating, which in the little scene after that they showed behind the scenes, Rosamund Pike says she kind of came up with the idea because she was in one of those like therapy tanks, water tanks, where she's like floating around, and she made a video of herself and sent it to Rafe, I think. And they kind of use that as inspiration for this.
Perfect.
But like seeing her body do that, and then like the whole world spinning, it kind of makes you feel like you saw it 1,000 times, 1,000 times.
Yeah.
It was like, and imagine if you did see yourself get killed. That you should go mad.
Oh yeah, it's horrifying.
Yeah, and they were like traumatized.
Yeah, it's hard to watch, but entertaining for some reason, the way they do it. They do cut back to camp where Egwene's kind of saying, Lan, aren't we like worried? It's been 7 days, right?
Yeah.
Like, but
And that Avienda came back 2 days prior.
Yeah.
Yikes.
I know, crazy. Anyway, the sun it's the dawn, and it's, which they said something about dawn. Something happens at dawn.
He's going to come out before dawn.
Yes, okay.
Right? That's the part of the prophecy.
Right.
Yes. But he's holding Moiraine.
He's carrying Moiraine out, and then he hands her over to Lan. And the way Moiraine looks at him is...
like she doesn't know him anymore.
It's sad. It was like heartbreaking. It was
like they got to reconnect somehow. Because clearly they must have no bond when she's in there, right? It must be like completely... Because he doesn't know even if she's alive or not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, and then like that's your like...
But Egwene too, like Egwene trying to, and he's so in love with Egwene normally, but now it's like he's like a whole different. I just don't know how they're gonna.
He's a changed man.
How are they gonna reconnect like after this?
I kind of think they're done, but I don't know.
I thought she was done with him after the whole Rinna Shanshan thing, but she kind of like was like trying to make it work. But now that he's seen all this, I don't know. Like he was clearly just coming out of it, so But I don't know, the way that he didn't look at her was like...
He was so worried about Moiraine.
Yeah.
Anyway, that was... I just remember being like, I need to clap. Like, that was...
Yeah.
Something like, probably like one of the best episodes of television I've ever seen.
I think so too. Like, just like, literally, like, I don't even know. Like, I've never seen anything like that.
Yeah.
And,
We're changed.
Yeah, definitely.
Just like Rand.
Yeah.
We'll never be the same. I do want to mention that the leaf that Loyal used, I'm going back to the other episode. Is that a leaf from that tree? From the Tree of Life? Like, there's got to be something with the leaf, the leaves and the tree. Like, I was just thinking, do you think there's any significance? Is that something you can tell us? But I just feel like...
I wonder, like, what happened to all the 10,000 trees, the saplings that got sent out? And, like, did they get planted somewhere? And, like, I don't know, are they maybe used for higher purposes or something? I really don't know.
Good question.
Yeah, interesting.
Just, amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a lot. There was so much in there.
Just the way they did it, the way they edited it was, and it brought it all together, and it was just like it could be a one-off. It could just be like, I think anybody, whether you're a fan or not, whether you know the books or not, would be entertained by this, would be moved by it.
I keep asking myself too, like, if I saw this first and then we started from season 1, episode 1, like, how would that change? You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, like, obviously you can't. And it's not even how he would have experienced it, right? Because it's all inside his mind, right? But yeah, just the like, just like to plot it out linearly, it just blows my mind.
Yeah.
Right? Because it's like forward, back, and then Maureen's is like,
Yeah.
yeah.
It was just so well done. Anyway.
Yeah.
So much fun to talk about. I think I want to watch it again.
I think so too.
I think I'll watch it tonight.
I think we need to
Watch it once a week.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. I think we need to maybe do like a revisit like we used to do in season 2. Prior to episode 5 coming up.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, we're at the mid-season.
That's so sad.
Crazy.
I know. Anyway. All right. Everyone, my darlings, let us know what you thought about this amazing episode. Comment below and help us however you can. And we'll see you next time. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.